doctor gonna write? Together we will fight.
A second criminal case was filed against John Jones pertaining to the February vehicle accident where he allegedly fled from the scene, and now includes a count for use of telephone to terrify, intimidate, threaten, harass, annoy, or offend. It was filed by Officer Romero, the responding officer. Jones's legal team is pushing back. His counsel is seeking to have the second case dismissed as a redundant of the earlier charge.
They don't waste their cases with just killing or petty crimes. But they definitely listen to conversations like this, and some of them are word enough to kill you. Just kill you. So, listen to me, man. He's making threats, and if he's making threats, I gotta call an officer out here. Call him. I just got threatened over the phone. He said, I know some people that can hurt you for less money.
Ali Abdelaziz was saying that they're trying to do Ankalaev versus Pereira October 25th, UFC 321 in Abu Dhabi. UFC 322 is likely in New York, Madison Square Garden, and probably Makhachev versus JDM. There's 2 pay-per-views in October because there's none in September, so there's also one on October 4th at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. That's UFC 320. No main event for that yet. Merab recently met up with Hunter Campbell of the UFC, some speculating maybe he's going to be the main event of UFC 320, taking on Corey Sandhagen, defending his belt. Gervonta Davis arrested today on a battery domestic violence charge relating to an incident on June 15, where he allegedly assaulted his ex-girlfriend with whom he shares 2 children. According to the arrest report, Davis allegedly struck her in the back of the head and then slapped her in the face, causing a minor cut to the inner area of her lip. Ali Abdelaziz was saying that the UFC wanted to book Israel Adesanya versus Kamaru Usman in the middleweight division against each other, but Usman didn't want to do that. I'm sure Adesanya didn't either, as they're friends. Chris Duncan will fight Matush Rebecki on August 2nd. Duncan's coming off a win over Jordan Vucenic. That's 2 guillotine victories in a row, and Rebecki's coming off a decision win over Mitabik Oralbai. They went to war for 15 minutes. One interesting dynamic is they both train out of American Top Team, and Yaroslav Almasov took a picture with them saying, "This is a very interesting job. They're about to have a fight, preparing in the same gym, American Top Team." And Chris Duncan takes a pic with Rebecki and says, "Practice makes perfect." Someone makes the joke that you won't find better sparring partners for each other than these. Karate Combat Last Man Standing 8-man heavyweight tournament taking place on the 18th and 19th of this month. You have former UFC fighters in it like Robles de Spain, Tim Johnson, Chase Sherman, Alan Belcher, and Zach Pauga. Robles de Spain is likely the favorite to win this. He's been winning all his fights in just a few seconds. Chidi Njokwani missed weight for his fight with Jake Matthews on Saturday by a half pound. Second time in a row in the UFC, he's missed weight. I think in his career, he's missed weight 8 times, and 3 other times he had catch weight bouts, possibly because he was going to miss weight. So he's had an issue of making weight his entire career. He thought this time might be better because he had a nutritionist, but it wasn't.
Oh, this was far from seamless. And getting the weight down, it's a process in itself. It all works out. I fought at 170 before. Now I have a dietitian, so it's all a lot easier now with help. I just kind of listen to what they tell me to do. He's gonna bring a fight. He has a decent name. We're kind of both in the same area to where we're trying to get that top 15 spot. Everything about this matchup just kind of excites me. He has a real good, strong boxing style. I'm a little better overall, like just everywhere. I wouldn't say that I'm just, I think my ground's a little better than his. I think my striking's a little better. Not that he's not going to come and bring his own set of skills, but I do feel like anywhere it goes, I should be in control.
Gabriel Bonfim will take on Stephen Wonderboy Thompson on Saturday. He's looking to break into the rankings. He wants to get a submission after taking the fight to the ground. He's pretty good at doing that. Bonfim's only one of 3 fighters in UFC history to land more than 3 takedowns per 15 minutes and have over 80% takedown accuracy. Dana White says that if Islam Makhachev beats JDM, that sets up a super fight between Ilya Topuria and Makhachev. If Topuria goes up to 170 and beats Makhachev, Hanato Moicano thinks he'll be the GOAT. If Ilya continues what he's doing, he'll probably be considered one of the GOATs. What might hinder him is I don't think he's going to be a guy who's going to try and defend many times at all.
I hope UFC let him move up and fight. I think Topuria would beat Islam Makhachev. That's my opinion. That's what I think. And I hope UFC let him move up and fight. That would be amazing. 45 champion, 55 champion, and then 170. That's amazing. I think if he does that, he will be the greatest of all time. So it's a great time to be alive and to see and to be a UFC fan.
For Khamzat Chimaev, Colby Covington is a clown, Jorge Masvidal's a fake gangster, Kamaru Usman's a good fighter, and Shavkat Rakhmonov is also a good fighter. Alex Pereira's a scared boy, while Robert Whittaker's a good boy. Sean Strickland's a funny guy, and Conor McGregor is a showman. Islam Makhachev even scrapping at barbecues for fun. Nikisa Badarian, Jake Paul's business partner, used to work for the UFC as an executive. Him and Dana White don't like each other. Dana, you have always been a man of high character and class. Tune in tonight as we make history on Netflix with 21 world titles. You can continue to call me names, make fun of my religion, and watch my wife's Instagram stories, but you won't ever break the record for most boxing world titles in one night. That comes in response to some of the things that Dana White was saying about him recently.
The Jake Paul thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. How do you feel like he went head to head with Ilya that night? I feel like no one was talking about his fight really.
Listen, I don't think those guys always make great decisions, but they're not fight guys. They don't understand the business. Even the fucking Warlock, you know, the Warlock, you know, thinks he fucking knows what he's talking about. Which, by the way, somebody was just telling me that he was saying that used my name talking about defamation. That I said Jake was on steroids. No, what happened was Jake said that I snort cocaine, that I'm a cokehead. So my rebuttal to that was, I'll tell you what, you can test me randomly for the next 5 years for cocaine. If I can test you randomly for performance-enhancing drugs the next 2 years. And I never got a response on that. So to say that I was talking shit about him using or saying anything, I never come out and just talk shit about the guy unless I'm asked the question and I respond to the question. But that one was, he's like, oh, this guy's a cokehead, fucking snorting coke all the time. Okay, fair enough. Drug test me randomly for the next 5 years. If I can randomly drug test you for performance-enhancing drugs for the next 2 years.
In this octave